contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Death Valley, weighing in at 305 pounds, the Undertaker.
My name is Finlay, and I love to fight.
And the opponent, from Belfast, Ireland, weighing in at 235 pounds, Finlay.
He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion.
I don't think there's ever been a more dominant superstar in WWE than the legendary Dead Man, The Undertaker.
Yeah, but you can only stay on top of the mountain for so long, and the Dead Man's been there for a long, long time.
That might be true, but I don't see anyone on the horizon who could dethrone the Phenom.
I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the bad side of at least one superstar.
And that's about the last place you want to be if you're not a superstar yourself. Trust me, I know.
Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, and he's feeding off that energy right now.
Look at this, pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum.
It's so great seeing these superstars in competition here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed a great show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. When you think of how many years Finlay has been in this business,
you know, there's such a thing as playing to the crowd too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off. This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah? Well, one mistake, and we're going to see that fire put out pronto.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle. An injured superstar is like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
That's absolutely right. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponents think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get.
He made his opponent look like a chump with that counter. No superstar in the locker room can afford to ignore the WWE fans.
You're right about that. Without the fans, we'd all be out of a job.
These superstars are at the top of their game, but only one of them is going to have his hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
So what? You want to say that everybody wins so that nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. I'm just saying that in a great match like this, everyone involved deserves credit for it.
Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are trained WWE superstars, and even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
That's for sure. Even me, a former WWE champion, has had his share of injuries over the years.
What a counter that was.
He dodged that bullet. The Undertaker's got an impressive history here in WWE, but you're only as good as your last match.
How can you say that? The dead man has proven himself time and time again.
Undertaker has earned his rep, no doubt about it, but you got to know when to call it a day. There's a fine line between legend and has-been.
I can't believe you could sit here and even imply that The Undertaker might be a has-been. That could be hazardous to your health.
Maybe that's why I didn't come out and say it then. I'm just saying the thing about being at the top is there's nowhere to go but down.
There's no questioning Finlay's toughness or that mean streak that runs straight through him. He can be downright sadistic to his opponents.
Yeah, Belfast. Pretty tough town, isn't it?
That's an understatement. Belfast makes parts unknown look like Disneyland.
Half of The Undertaker's style is about getting inside his opponent's head. If you can keep your cool in the ring with him, you got a chance.
But you're not taking into account the power and experience of the dead man. You can't forget about that.
Of course you can't. The man's a legend. That's why I didn't bother mentioning it. These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have, and that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
Yeah, you're not going to win a match if you're blown up 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar... Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this. Come on, quit showing off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff.
Finlay's one of the toughest SOBs I've ever seen in this business, and I've shared the ring with plenty of them. Oh, cry me a river. You have to do whatever it takes to win around here if you want to go anywhere, and Finlay knows it.
This capacity crowd is certainly getting its money's worth here tonight.
And it's a good thing, too. If they're not buying tickets, we're not getting paychecks.
Well, I don't think we'll have to worry about selling tickets the next time we come back here. Not after a match like this.
Wow, listen to that chant.
The crowd makes a huge difference, whether they're for you or against you. I don't think the fans like that one too much. I'm sure that breaks his heart.
It should. These fans are the lifeblood of WWE, and he doesn't give a damn what they think.
Man, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner, but it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got. Seeing a match like this makes me proud to be part of this company.
I'm with you, partner. You just can't experience.
He's using the ring rope itself as a weapon.
That's what you call being resourceful. You have to do whatever it takes in a match like this.
These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
I don't think you're going to be able to. Just sit back and enjoy the ride.
And what a wild ride it's been so far, with no signs of stopping anytime soon.
One.
I think we might be looking at the future of the WWE in this ring tonight.
Wouldn't surprise me one bit. This is a great match. The fans are definitely into it.
And that's what really matters. If the WWE fans aren't happy, they'll let you know it.
5.
I think these superstars... Uh-oh, you know what this is?
I sure do, partner. The Celtic Cross, and that could be all she wrote. I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
He's going for the pin.
1.
We're hearing the First Amendment in action here tonight.
I'm all for freedom of expression, whether I agree with what they're saying or not.